good, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is KIARA. I'm a mom to 3 little girls. I make videos about laundry motivation, cleaning motivation, and grocery hauls. So if you like videos like that, I hope that you would consider subscribing. It's Vlogmas day 18 and I am back with another story time video. So this time I am going to be talking about the time that I dated a leech. Now, if you don't know what a leech is that little icky looking thing that sucks everything out of you and from you. So I dated someone like that before. Now, I'm not going to say any names, but I'm just going to tell y'all the story of how somebody can start off a certain way, and then as you years down the line, you see how, yeah, like you see like, yeah, this is not gonna work. So as the relationship starts, when we first get together, everything's fine. You know, the person has somewhat a work ethic, you know, got a job. You know, you thinking to yourself like, okay, you know, I get it. I didn't have a car back then or whatever. They didn't have a car, but you working just like I'm working. So all right, cool. And especially I'm going to be looking at you to see if you working or not because you're older than me. So, okay, I'm working, you working, cool. Then all of a sudden about like a month into the relationship, it's like, oh yeah, well, I don't work there anymore. Okay, that was a red flag, but did I pay attention to it? No, I did not. So months go on into the relationship. Okay, here I am pregnant and I'm the only person with a job. Okay, still didn't pay attention to that red flag, because most men, okay, my girlfriend is pregnant, I really should get off of my ass and go and get a job so I can go help and provide for my child. No. Not this dude. No. Okay. So luckily enough, I had a baby shower with my first child. Okay. Had a baby shower. I did buy NYLAH's pack and play, because y'all know pack and play now. The top part have the part where you can change them and a part for them to lay in and stuff like that. Now pack and plays, when I first had NYLAH, yeah, back in 2015. Yeah, pack and plays used to be like almost $300, where now a pack and play is under $100, and cribs is like under $150 now. Like, times have changed. But anyway, yeah, I had bought her pack and play. My mama had bought her car seat and her stroller, and then I got a boatload of clothes and diapers from the baby shower. Did he buy anything? No, he did not. But this red flag did not hit me back then. Okay. So we going on to NYLAH being like 6-7 months old. Okay, you find us some place to live. Okay, cool. We find somewhere to live. But yeah, and still, I'm still the only one going to work. Now, it sort of pisses me off because it's like, okay, if I'm going to go to work, if I'm going to be the one providing, then the least you could do is clean up and make sure the baby is straight. No, you can't do that. You can't make sure the baby's straight. No, did you feed the baby today? Nope. Why you didn't feed the baby today? I've been at work 10 hours. Why you didn't feed the baby? So that adds more stress on me. But did I peep the signs? No, I did not. This is still going on. Okay. So I didn't like the place we were staying, and I wanted my child to have better. So I decided I'm going to pull us out of this situation so we can live somewhere that's decent. Like I said, I had to pull us out of this situation. Not we, I. So I kept on working, did what I had to do, applied for the place. I got the place, moved into a nicer apartment. So then I'm starting to realize now, like, okay, now you're being neglectful now. And I lied to y'all not. I will never forget this. One night I was at work, because I've been at this job since NYLAH was a child. So I've been there for a long time. And it was a bad snowstorm this night. Bad snowstorm. And my job was like, due to weather conditions, you guys are going to go home and we're going to pay y'all for the day. So I'm thinking to myself, all right, cool, because my day off was the next day. So I knew I didn't have to go anywhere. So I only lived about 25 minutes away from my job at the time. And it took me like an hour to get there. That's how bad the roads was that year. So I get home and I walk in the house and I'm looking like, well, where the heck is he at? All I see is my baby in the house walking around and stuff. And I'm thinking to myself like, oh, hell no. You done left her in the house by herself? Okay. Calling his phone. He never answers the phone. Then all of a sudden around about 3:30 in the morning, you decide you're going to come creeping through the door. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm the one that's working, because I was working night shift at the time. I'm the one that's working. Your only job is to make sure that she eats, she goes to bed, and you keep your eye on her. So I'm thinking to myself, bro, like, how many times do you leave her alone? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm at work the whole time. It's funny how you scroll in the house an hour before I get off of work. I would normally get off of work. Okay, y'all. So at that point, I was like, you know what, bro? I'm tired. I'm done. I'm over it. Broke up. That was that. Then a few months passed or whatever, and me and him have a conversation, and he's like, yeah, well, maybe we should try to give our relationship another shot, blah, 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 blah. So at the moment, I'm like, okay, you on your knees, you crying, whatever. Okay, cool, try it again. But I said there needs to be some changes. You need to get a job. You need to help out. So he does get a job, but what happens? The same
crap. Oh, they didn't give me my paycheck. They didn't give me my paycheck, but you've been working there 3 weeks.
So you quit that job. Okay. So then as the months go on and stuff, and I'm pregnant with my second child at this point now. Tamia, I'm pregnant with her. And with Tamia, my pregnancy was the absolute worst because I was sick with her all the time. Like, from before I knew I was pregnant with her, like, I was already, like, you know, physically sick with her. The only time I felt okay is if I was laying down in the bed. That's how bad my morning sickness was with her. My morning sickness did not go away until I was 9 months pregnant with her. I had 4 weeks of feeling okay and having cravings and stuff like that. But from the time I got pregnant to 9 months along, I was sick my entire pregnancy. So you would think that you see me getting up, going to work, working 10-hour shifts, sick all the time. When I'm off, all I can do is just lay there because I'm so sick, that you would want to be a man and help. No, still didn't do anything. So, you guys, I was younger then. I'm only 26 now. I was younger then. So, you know, at first, you know, when you have a child with somebody, you thinking to yourself, like, you know what I'm saying, I really want this to work because, you know, statistics say, you know, when you have a baby young or whatever, it's bound that your relationship is not going to work. And I didn't want to be another statistic. So I tried to make stuff work. But y'all, you can't force things to work if you don't have somebody that's there to help you. Well, then again, when you're young, you know, you can grow out of people too. Like, you know, you might be into them, you know, a little bit or whatever. You're like, yeah, la 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 la. And then like 2 years into, you like, nah, bro, I'm over this. And it's like, okay, and then you really start thinking to yourself like, yo, can I really see myself marrying somebody like this, you know? Because that's the whole purpose of being with somebody long term, because you're going to want to be their spouse one day. And I kept thinking to myself, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that you don't love me, but at the same time, bro, I can do bad all by myself. I don't need to marry you and end up in more and more debt or end up struggling even more, because now you attached to me. So whatever you got going on is now going to be on me. And I wasn't about to do it. I was not about to do it. And then also it was like, okay, well, yeah, you know, people started asking, well, when are y'all going to make y'all relationship, you know, more serious or whatever, like about marriage or whatever. And, you know, he would say, yeah, we're going to do it soon. And then my parents kept asking me about it. And one day I just came out to my parents and I was like, I love him and everything, but I refuse. I refuse to walk down the aisle and you don't have a job. I refuse to do it. I cannot do it. I'm not supposed to be the man, the woman, the provider. I'm not supposed to be doing all this. It's supposed to be a partnership. A partnership. That's just something I was just not going to do. I was not going to tolerate. And I didn't want my girls to see that. You know, I want my girls to be independent just like me. My mama raised me to be that way. You're not supposed to depend on nobody but yourself. You don't depend on your mama, your daddy, your boyfriend, your uncle, your cousin. You don't depend on nobody. All you can depend on is you. That's it. That's it. So like I said, y'all, the second time after we had decided to try to work things out, I saw the pattern. You didn't want to go to work. You wanted to sit on your behind, play the game, and do what you wanted to do all day. And you weren't helping around the house. So I got fed up and I got tired. And I'm just like, bruh, I cannot do this anymore. I can't do it. But you know how people do. It's all like, oh, well, why you want to break up our family and this, that, and the third. All of this is your fault. You know what I'm saying? You know, people that don't want to take accountability for what their part and what they doing. All they see is what you doing. Oh, you the one that's at fault because you want to break up. You want to ruin everything. No, you upset because you can't just sit on your ass anymore and just do what you want to do. You got to get out and go do something now. That's why you mad. And like I said, being in that situation like that, like people can actually like suck you dry. Like when you get out of this relationship and you move on with somebody else, y'all, me and my future husband, we've been together 2 years. Now, when I told y'all in my story time how we first met, we were together 5 months or 6 months, right, when we moved in together. And y'all, them first 2 months, y'all, I saved so much money. This is why I said the story time is about dating a leech. This is why I call him a leech. When you move on and you get with somebody else, when you with a real man, and I'm gonna say a real man, when you get with a real man is not gonna come out his mouth and ask you for money for this and money for that. A real man is not gonna do that. A real man gonna have his own pockets, and he'll go ask his mama before he asks his woman for some money. So them first 2 months, I'm thinking to myself, like, I didn't even realize. I'm struggling because of you. Only thing I was spending my money on back then, y'all, because I was I'm not saying that I'm just going to say I'm better off now, because I was like poor. I'm like, what is it? I'm like average now. Yeah, average now. I was like poor back then. So all I had money for was to pay my bills, supply my kids with what they needed, and that was it. Any money I had left, that was for gas. That's it. I didn't have no extra money to spend. But what would he do? Go take my card and go spend this and go spend that. No man, do not be me. No man should ever have your card riding around in your car spending your money. Ladies, do not be me. Do not be me. Because a real man is not going to do no stuff like that. Not at all. I got to breathe, y'all, because I done got mad all over again thinking about this situation. So I'm glad that I am in a better space now. I'm glad that I have who I have in my life now, because I finally know what it's like to have a man, someone who wants to be your partner, someone who wants to work with you, someone who supports your dreams. That's something that everybody wants. And he's also my best friend. He's my best friend. So, y'all, I tell this story. I'm saying this story because I do not want y'all to be me. If you dating a man or a woman and they doing everything I'm telling you, sis, let it go. Let it go. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time, sis. Let it go. Let it go. I don't care if y'all got kids together or nothing like that. Let it go. Because you can't make your kids happy if you're not happy. Your kids can feel every emotion that you have going on. They know when something not wrong. They know when something's wrong with their mom or their dad. They know. So don't stick there and try to make the situation work if you're not happy. The worst thing you can do is go on years in life being with somebody that you truly didn't want to be with. You done wasted all that time. You can waste money because you can get it back, but you can't get time back. You just can't do it. You can't. So y'all, don't be me. Don't date no leeches. Don't let nobody use you. Don't let nobody play you. Don't do it, y'all. Don't do it. So that's my story. I done went through it. I done lived through it. And I also learned from it. So don't be me. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. And I will see y'all in my next one. Peace.